Yo, what up, friends? So, a lot of you guys have been asking me and watching the streams and said, hey man, you do Blights and Blight Ravaged, but you make it look easy. It hasn't been that it's easy, it's still a little bit difficult. So, I wanted to talk to you guys today about Blight Ravaged and kind of give you a little bit of a walkthrough of what's going on. Just like my last tutorial guide, I started doing some maps on stream and a bunch of people were like, hey man, do you mind walking us through it? So, I wanted to take some time and really kind of walk you guys through it. And at the time of recording, my character wasn't anywhere as geared as it is now, and it's still not even really geared enough to be able to kill the bosses. But I pretty much just wanted to showcase the power of tower defense and kind of give you guys an up and up on how you too can hop into a Blight Ravaged map and be able to complete it. Now, sometimes you'll get bad layouts, sometimes Cassia won't spawn towers, and sometimes the map just kind of goes all over the place. But we're going to cough that up to RNG. So essentially, if you do it right and Cassia cooperates, you'll be okay. And if we've seen anything from Reddit lately, we just praise Cassia and we'll be all right. For now, friends, I'm going to cut over to that, and I just want to kind of give you guys an update. But something that I wanted to touch on, I had recorded this before I did the intro, and I just wanted to mention that I was testing the ring anoints for meteor tower burns. I was testing the ring anoints for empowering tower, and I was testing the ring anoints for freeze bolt. Now, I still think Meteor's in a really good spot, even though it can't deal with the fire immunes, but it can deal with everything else really nicely. I'm going to be doing a test on Freeze Bolt towers, deal full damage to cold enemies, just to kind of use it alongside the chilling towers. So I just kind of wanted to give you a little up and up. So when you watch this part now coming up, it's going to talk about how I was using the empowering towers to empower my chill towers and my stun towers, which I actually think is probably pretty good for Blight Ravage if you are willing to build more towers. I do think that meteor towers were nerfed so that we'd have to build more towers and accommodate to the whole tower defense playstyle, but overall I think it's really good. I highly encourage you guys to come over to the Discord, where if you get stuck or you need questions or anything, the community is insanely active and you can come ask somebody for help or just seek advice or just pretty much anything you need. Or if you want to watch it live, come on over to the Twitch. I'll be live. I'm so excited about the Discord and how excited the Discord is. I keep wanting to talk about the Discord, but you guys can come on over to the Twitch and actually watch it live. Or if you have any questions and you want to ask in real time, please by all means stop by. For now though, I'm going to cut over to this footage and watch a Blight Ravage. And don't forget, if you like this video or you want more information like this, or you just want, or you just want to show some support, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe button, and do all that fun jazz. YouTube really appreciates you for it. For now, friends, enjoy. Okay, so if we're gonna try out a Blight Ravage map, the first thing that you want to do is you really want to anoint your rings, right? So our chilling tower ring is going to be our most important ring. That one's silver opalescent. In older days, we would use the meteor tower burns, but because that's been changed and the burning ground doesn't seem to affect things anymore, we're going to test out empowering towers have 25% increased effect, which is Azure Sepia, Azure Sepia. Our Blight Ravage map, we're going to put 9 anoints on it. We're going to do triple clear, triple sepia, and triple amber. This allows us to have 75% reduced cost of building, 75% more damage from our towers so that we can kill mobs, 36% reduced monster movement speed. Ideally, what we want to do is we want to be able to make sure that we kill all the mobs or all the little mobs so that we only have bosses and our towers are able to focus on the bosses. Just like every other map, we're going to chisel it, we're going to alch it, we're going to check our mods, we're going to make sure that our mods don't have chance to be stunned. We don't want chance to be stunned on the map, and we don't want monster movement speed to go below base value because we want to be able to freeze the mobs. So that's really important. So you have to make sure that your map doesn't have immune to stun and monsters can't move below base value. If you're feeling frisky, you can Val Orb it and hope to God you don't hit those mods. I like Val Orbing it. That's just me. I don't recommend Val Orbing it if you don't want to risk bricking the map. When we run the map, you can use 4 sack fragments. You'll get a ton of these from regular maps, and this will increase the amount of quantity we get in our map. Usually, we want to juice our Blight Ravage maps with opal, black, and silver oils. But because we're not in a position where our character is strong enough to do that, we need to rely on the other oils to make things a lot easier. Now, looking at the lanes, we can see that there are ice immune towers in lanes, and there are fisting towers, which means that they're immune to the seismic towers. But we're still not going to care that they're immune. We're going to build up towers anyways. Ideally, we want to build towers in choke points so that we see the lanes right here. They're coming to a choke right over here. So we're going to build our choke here. And we're going to build a wide variety of towers now, since the fact that we can't just use meteor towers anymore because of the change. Meteor towers overall are still pretty good, so we're still going to build meteor towers, but we don't get the same effect from the burning ground anymore. So that kind of changes things. But we still want to make sure that we have, you know, all kinds of different sources of damage so that we can kill the mobs. Now, just like in previous iterations of Blight, our empowering towers we leave at 3. Our ice towers we leave at 3, and our seismic towers we're going to leave at 3. Our meteor towers are going to go to 4. Our scout towers are also going to go to 4. And we're just going to run around the map, and we're just going to build choke points, just so that we're safe and we don't have to worry. And we're going to build damaging towers around our choke points, just due to the fact that we have to kill these little mobs, otherwise our towers are going to get overrun. Now, when you get bad lanes like this over here and you really don't know what to do, you kind of just hope to God that Cassia is like, hey, yo, what up? I got you. And she'll just spawn another tower. Now, because she's not spawning another tower, we're just going to like hope to God that we can do what we got to do. And then there's some towers. So now we just need other mobs to die, which hopefully they're dying. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. So now we can build our sun towers, our freeze towers, and we really need to get some towers over here that are going to deal damage so that our towers just don't get overrun. Essentially, a way that a lot of players lose Blight Ravaged map, in my experience, is they don't build enough damage towers because they're panicking. Then their towers just essentially just get overrun. Now, the towers down here are not on yet. We're not too worried about these yet. It's simply due to the fact that this lane isn't on yet. So if I go too far south, these towers over here will stop and these towers over here are going to stop. But we want to make sure that we're close enough so that the towers here, and the towers here are going to work. Now, what's really cool is you can actually tell when you've moved too far south, because now when I go back up here, you can see if the mobs are moving. So you just kind of want to do this dance where you just pretty much just like run all around and build a bunch of towers and stuff so that like nothing moves. If you start noticing that these mobs are moving, you really have to just make sure that you kind of get back to position A and build towers closer to where you're supposed to be standing so nothing moves. Now, I've mentioned this before, and I don't know if like a lot of people have heard this, but mobs and towers will work as long as you're within 1.5 2 screens. So as long as I just kind of stay around here and build some towers, we should in theory be okay. Now, amber oils allow us to build a pretty much just an absurd amount of towers. If you get bad layouts and you get overrun, unfortunately it happens and there's nothing you can do. But as you can see down here, I need more damaging towers. I'm getting overrun. The towers might not be able to hold on to the lane much longer. And we just kind of keep going. The sad reality of Blight is the new Cassia's Keystone does not work in Blight Ravaged. Cassia's Pride, I think, would be a little too overpowered. But, I mean, we just deal with it with oils. We click here, we build a tower. Now, if we don't get rid of some of these little mobs down here, we're going to be in a really bad spot because our towers are just going to get overrun. So, now we need to kill all this, get all this cleared up, build some towers over here so that we're safety nets, and we should, knock on wood, have this in the bag and nothing should go wrong. Now, I like from testing so far, the empowering tower effect. I think it's pretty good and it kind of does what I need it to do. And you can see just from this map, I haven't really needed to attack. I haven't needed my auras. I haven't needed to do anything. I know there's some guy yelling out there in the background going, turn your auras on, bro! And I'm going to get like a bunch of angry comments about it. But don't worry, Ginger, I got you. The auras have been turned back on for the remainder of the event. So, yeah, and now we just pretty much chill. You see, we were definitely too far south for a while as this boss kind of just like walked. And like now he's kind of like over here. So we really just kind of want to chill. This boss is stuck. This boss is stuck. These guys are stuck. We just kind of like hang out. Oh, He's moving. Why is he moving? Oh, there's no towers here. There's a gap in our defense. No, no, God. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're good. See? It's okay. We're not panicking. There's no panicking. There's no panicking. We're good. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep. Why are these mobs moving? Hello? What are you guys doing? And there you go. It's what? Day 3 of the league? Day 4? Blight Ravaged. Easy. Build some more towers. And pretty much essentially once you have everything under control and you start killing the little mobs, it just gets easier, man. Nothing to worry about. These guys are dying. Those bosses are about to be dead. This up here is about to be dead. We're doing really well. This guy's probably got 1 billion life. We'll deal with him later. Build some towers, deal some damage. And then hopefully with a little bit of luck now when we kill this, we'll get Strangle Grasp. Doop. This is like the last boss and we just have nothing here to kill it. That guy's dead, okay. We'll do our little bit of damage. Little bit of damage. Little bit of damage. Little bit of damage. Eventually it'll die, right? Okay. See, this is why you need to use the aid of the towers, because like my damage is clearly just not enough yet to be able to be doing this. Though I do have Culling Strike, so that'll really help. Soon it'll be dead. Soon trademark, as one of the great Dead by Daylight devs has said in the past. Soon TM. Die. 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 I better get a Strangle Grasp. Maybe. 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 Culling. Culling! Strangle Grasp. Now, the really cool thing that a lot of people don't realize about Blight Ravaged is, I'm just going to change my loot filter for a second, is you can actually set your loot filter to show bases that you want. So for me, last league, I was searching for axes, so I need to update my loot filter. But I have spine bows, I have axes, and then if I really just want to kick up my filter just a little bit and use like a Neversink filter, I can see like I-87 pig-face bastinets, I-87 wands, shields, and all of these bases, especially very early in the league, they're worth something because there are labbers who want to buy helmets, there are labbers who want to buy boots. Sometimes just looking at some of the bases that fall on the floor, it can yield you some really good things. So like, it's really recommended to just do Blight Ravage just on the bases alone, because these spine bows are the only ones that can roll +2 arrows. So, oh my God, that's actually not that bad. I mean, it's okay. 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 It's okay. Anyways, I hope you guys found this interesting.